What's up, everybody? Welcome back for some more Celeste. So, last time we took down 4B. Now it's time to head into the 5th chapter. It looks like we do already have the B-side for it, so we're not going to have to get that, but we probably do need to get the secret off of the 5th chapter. This is when I invoke the Celeste knowers in chat to show us where to go and tell us what to do. But yeah, I don't think... We have the B-side, but we do not have the secret. So we're going to need to get the secret. And we can select sub-chapters. Which the secret is not listed here. So maybe a Granny or a Thebes could tell me what sub-chapter to go to so we can accomplish our objective here. Depths, nice. Goated. Thank you, Thebes. Where are the Dom chapters? Asking the big questions. Skip cutscene. Someone like a goat multitasking? No, you're good. You have no obligation to answer me. I'm lucky to have you to answer. Yo, what's up, Deegan? Welcome in, buddy. You're earlier for beefy to make me richer. I don't like that. That feels like doable. Anyone get me there? Deegan with the resub. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Welcome in. Oh, that was almost it. I haven't played this game in 2 weeks, and I remember the tech like I was born yesterday. Shit. Bro forgot he can climb. Blue, you're so right. I'm remembering, like, the fucking dash to get another dash tech. I forgot about climb. I never even got this strawberry. Man. Hey, what's this? Nothing. Okay. Wait, I feel like I did get this strawberry. This looks familiar. Strob. Climbing is pretty advanced. It is, because it's not in any Metroidvania games except this one. You normally cannot climb in this genre of games. And I know this isn't a Metroidvania game, but I fucking know. You know what I'm saying. A lot of 2D platformers like this, you cannot climb. It is rare. I'll remember that now, though. I'll never forget again. Any bloobs? Yeah, there's one right there. It's a little more like a... I don't know. Bloob is a rounder sound. It's a little sharper. You know, it's like the whole, like, kiki thing, but... You're just pretty hard to know. I'll probably guide you pretty hard. No worries. I trust you at this point, Thebes. You have garnered, honestly, a record amount of brand equity. A record amount, you know, for the amount of time that you've been hanging out in this chat, just farming it. Just absolutely farming it. So I trust you. You can guide me. Use your judgment. You know? I'm going to look around at everything carefully, though. I'm going to hit all the walls. And this is the one. What about the blue and Metroid Dread? You can climb on that? I never played Metroid Dread, though. I heard it was sweet. I would like to play it. I definitely want to play the new Castlevania game on release. Aga was talking about that in the Discord the other day, and I saw like a little trailer for it a while back, and it looks awesome. It looks awesome, and I really loved playing through Symphony of the Night, Order of Ecclesia, and the OG Castlevania all early last year. Got some real nice bosses. I probably would enjoy it. Definitely my kind of game, you know? Wait. Oh, I think I see. Hold on. Get up there. Oh. There's a way you need to get on that without spending it. Because I need it to shoot me across. Actually, can I just make that? Yeah, I don't need it to shoot me across. What am I talking about? Why is it there then? Just to teach me the mechanic? Because I need to ride it in. Ride it the full way and then climb up. Yes. Okay. We have this Strob. Get out of here. Secret tunnel. I've actually never watched Avatar all the way through, nor have I seen that episode, so I don't get the reference, but I've been around, you know, I've lived a life around nerds who've gone secret tunnel for fucking 15 years, so I'm, you know, I'm conditioned. Hamas. I just want to hit all the bluebies. I want to hit all the little lights. Can confirm this heart sucks to find without help or wasting a load of time. Gotcha. Kind of just find some dudes who sing about the secret tunnel. Gotcha. It is a show, for what it's worth, I have very much so meant to watch through all of Avatar. It's been like one of those things where it's been like so wholeheartedly recommended to me by, you know, all of my friends and people who know my tastes and stuff. So I do intend to eventually, you know, just the list is long, basically. You called? Seen the episode either, but I think the joke is how dramatically they're talking about a tunnel that's meant to be a secret. Yeah, no, and once again, I get that. I'm just saying there's something inherently wrong. You feel a little wrong referencing something that you do not know the origin of, if you know what I'm saying. It's like appropriating an inside joke. That's another thing which I have no plans to watch. Really? How come you're such a hater, Stripe? You hate fun? Amazingly good, but I'm sure everyone has already told you that. Yeah, 100% Deegan. And I have, for what it's worth, I've seen like the entire first season. I've seen the entire first season and it was amazing, and I was like, I gotta keep watching this, and I just didn't. But I should. Wouldn't be desperate to recommend it. Fair enough. Best character comes into play in season 2. Who? Toph? Another wrinkle I should add to this. I have seen episodes throughout the entire show. Including like the beach episode at the end and like some of the finale, though not all of it. So I know like most of the major arcs just by like osmosis. You know, I know the big characters. I know a lot of the stuff that happens. But I have not actually sat and watched the show as one piece of media, which I do think is a different thing. Doesn't interest me. I guess not enough castles or horses. Hey, you know who you are and what you're about, Stripe. I commend that. Oh god, there's so many places to go in here. I remember this room. You have Cthulhu. Rob that I already have. The jokes you have no right to be a part of just because it's popular, like 6-7. Yeah, 6-7 you can get in on though because there's no joke. It's just absurdism. Be in on the joke is just to find it funny. There is no joke. Beach episodes are very important to the plot. Everyone knows this. A flying bison is almost a horse. Yeah, it's pretty horse-esque. Yeah, you really don't think Appa's sick as fuck, Stripe? What about Momo? Because I will say, while I have not watched Avatar, I absolutely get the appeal. It's awesome. And when you watch it, I will say one thing people don't talk about a lot, at least succinctly. People say, I like Avatar. It's awesome. It's great. One of my favorite shows. One of the things people don't highlight, I think, a lot in the discourse that really, really stands out to me is Avatar has fucking awesome fight choreography. The, like, 4 different nations all fight very differently, and it's sweet. It's super cool. And, like, all the fights are really creative and awesome. And I really recommend it. It's, like, that aspect of it is very, very cool. The main reason I watch, yeah, it's sweet. Momo looks like he's trying too hard. That's insane. That's insane. Up on Momo carry. This room, there is a locked bar on the far right. You must avoid it at all costs. You will need a key, but do not spend it on this lock. This room right here. So this is what I need to not spend the lock on. There's a locked door on the far right. So that is critical progress. I must spend the lock on the secret instead. Ooh, checking out some UFO 50 games with my partner after stream tonight. Gonna be the first time I launch the game. Let's go, Deegan. I'm very excited to hear what you think of it, for real. Please feel free to share as loquaciously as you want in the Discord. There's more than 4 styles even. That's true, like bloodbending and all the other whatever crazy shit they get into. Toph is kind of unique in her style. Yeah, and she's sassy. We love Toph. Okay, so I'm looking for a key. Which element would you choose? I would choose fire, but once you know literally anything about the Fire Nation, it doesn't make sense. Because I feel like I hate all of their ideals, but fire's obviously the coolest. You know? There's the key. What's up, Autumn? Welcome in. Happy freaking Monday to you. You go earthbending. Airbending is like objectively the best. Airbending is my second pick. Airbending is my second pick, and I think if we're being realistic, if I actually thought hard on it and just didn't go with what is cool, I would pick air. But if we're going off gut reaction, like which one is the sweetest, it is just by far and away a mile for me, firebending. That said, the firebending in Avatar is like kind of limited, where it's like they can't just like shoot a flamethrower out of their hands. It's like they kick and they punch, and then little spurts of fire come out, whereas airbending, they can kind of like, just full-on mage blasteroni and cheese. Hit. Cool me statue? Yes. Fire and cool aren't words I'd put together, but I get the vibe. Blue, I know you're able to separate the connotations of cool as in cold temperature-wise and cool as in that sick as fuck, bro. Look at that. You would pick waterbending to bloodbend like the edgy vamp kid you are? No, because I'm not talking about fucking specializations. I'm talking about which one of the 4 things am I? By the way, welcome in, Nemo. Definitely not earthbending. Earthbending is easily the least cool. No, I know you are, Blue. I was just crashing out on you also as a poor joke. Earthbending is obviously the least cool. And like, once again, realistic, it's cool. It's cool. When I see them doing badass earthbending shit in Avatar, it's awesome. That like kooky old guy at like Ba Sing Se or whatever, it's sweet. It's awesome. But like, when it comes to the 4 of them, it is the least cool easily to me, by a mile. What about lava bending? I don't know. I haven't seen that one. That wasn't in the beach episode. You like the idea of metal bending. That would be sweet. You bend any element when I'm curdling your veins. Yeah, Mira's all about the blood bending for sure. But airbending also count as gas bending? Because if so, you could bend gas, then to breathe fire. That's true. Yeah, you do. You're born with what you get, unless you're the Avatar. In which case, you get to not enjoy a childhood. All right. I don't remember this shit at all. And I did this at some point. Level give me war flashbacks to my first clear. All right, I have the key. And I need to not spend it in that room up there and to the right. There's somewhere else. It's all fun and lovely till you watch an airbender suck the air out of you and collapse your lungs. I will say as well, while I think firebending is cool, I was torn on this even as a kid, where immediately I was like, I like fire. Immediately I was like, I like fire, but then I was like, basically like, they're bad vibes. A, they're bad vibes, and B, Aang not only airbends, not only does Aang airbend, but he gets that awesome fucking staff that turns into like a flying machine, kind of like a glider, and that is sweet. That is sweet as hell, and I really wanted the staff too, so airbending was attractive because of that. They can't fly or like they used to, but can't anymore. They can airbend in order to like use their gliders to like kind of fly. All right, so I need to spend this key elsewhere. Where else do I want to spend this key, Celeste devs? Locked in. Do like a hot air balloon? Yeah, hot air balloon. Yeah, Stripe Salty can't donkey bend. Stripe's like, I'd watch Avatar if there was horse bending in it. If you could bend horses and castles and halberds, then it'd be cool. You could play Age of Empires 2 and Avatar The Last Airbender, then I'd like it. I bend the water around me to avoid showering. Now we're thinking like a gamer. Sea Crunch gets me. There aren't even horses in Avatar. That's true. There might not be any. I am surprised how apathetic you were towards both Appa and Momo, though, both of whom are sick as hell. One of my machine translated novels, part of the chapter stuck at this website, doesn't work with ad blockers. Oh no, that's annoying. For normal animal is one single normal bear. Really? You can call Bosco normal. Mirror? Mirror! Mirror, and when... Wait, no, this is the Mirror Temple. I was like, mirror, and when Autumn came in, she posted a bunch of mirrors. But that's because it's the Mirror Temple. That doesn't mean anything. That's nothing. Although, what's on this totem pole here? What's on this totem pole, and does this give me information? What is it? Why is it there? Why is it all lit up? Why are there gold things in this room? You just looking for a secret door? Yeah, I am, Billy. So I am looking for the secret in this chapter, and the secrets in this game have been pretty intense. These are not casual secrets. These are very hidden. The last one was a reference to like a Mario 2 secret or something on the NES. And some of them have involved like shit in the background. Like that totem, the images on that might be relevant. And right now I'm basically relying on Granny and Thebes to decide when I need additional information. So we got that covered for anyone who's wondering. Do not just tell me. Book to look at Toph, the first metal bender, having artifacts counts as land. 2 is goated for a landfall artifact deck. That's so funny. Grady is like, I will return this conversation to Magic the Gathering. Mario 3, but okay, yeah. Gotcha, yeah. Shit, no, I wanted to save that. I didn't get it. Huge. Doesn't do anything for me. Was a kind of weird sound in here. I don't know. I'm starting to think there's nothing in this room. The idea is to bypass that forbidden lock. Less about finding some secret area to use the key. Okay. Okay. Heard. Hold on. With that in mind... Bottom section of the totem pole looks like a Mogus if you're cooked enough. Oh, true. Yeah, there are more totem poles in here, too. So there it is. I have the lock and I need to not use it there. Same totem pole is over there pretty much. These totem poles are showing up around. That is death. This takes me back. There's a little eyeball there on the ground. There's eyeballs kind of all over. There's that symbol on the wall there. No way to get over that. Only platform games I was ever a fan of was Mario. I haven't heard of the Mario games. Tell me about them. What happens in those? Up here? Oh! I saw there was a little bit of the bottom was missing. A little teeny bit of the bottom was missing. Yeah. Let's go. In the middle, there was like the blue outline stopped in the middle. It wasn't about not using the key. It was just about finding this way. And if I had used the key and gone over there, we would have gone to the next chapter probably and no longer been able to access this. Bro, what if they made a Mario game, but in 3D? That would fucking sell, Autumn. Someone's got to do that. What's Mario, though? Sounds good either way, whatever it is. Kind of Super Mario 3D. What makes Mario super, chat? This Mario that you speak of. What makes him so super? I think he's joking. Is Mario 64 is one of the best-selling games of all time? I've just never heard of it, man. I'm sorry. Spaghetti, all the soup he drinks? The soup? Actually, soup can make you super, right? Why does he drink so much soup, though? Does it have to do with his brother? Who's his brother? It's Super Mario Bros, right? What is the fraternity have to do with it? Mushroom soup? A lot going on here, chat. What the hell? His brother's name is John? Hi, I'm Silas Simmons. John Mario? Wait, did this happen? You progressed a little too fast and you goofed it? Fuck. I was like, I feel like I remember this now. We saw this before, didn't we? Let me go again. I got some new strobs and some new deaths. Metal bending, I can make halberd. Blood bending maybe means I can turn something into a horse. And explosion bending is self-explanatory. Never had a brother was just high on Wonder Seed. Turns out his dealer was called John, hence the confusion. That's crazy. And yes, Frost. Of course I know who Mario is, brother. Grab to change it a short message, but Mina's becoming more affectionate. Aw, that's cute. Close, and then just booked to the non-returnable area. Yeah, I was just going, you know, I was kind of just going. I didn't realize what I was doing. Mina means self and finish, I know. I'm running it back now. Yeah. His real official name is Mario Mario? That can't be true. It's true? What? His actual name is Mario Mario? That's what John Nintendo called him? That feels like they asked one guy who didn't have the authority and he just said that. Not even here. We literally just go over here. We don't even need the key. It is legit? That's crazy. His brothers are called Luigi Mario and John Mario. Don't make no sense. You do need the key! Damn it. Can I not go back now? That's alright. You start like retry? Yeah, it's alright. We just go. It took me like, once I went to the right chapter, it took me like 2 seconds to get back there. I'm learning to speedrun the levels so that I can smoke Granny's speedrun time. Like a brisket. You see that? That was world record. I'm gonna put that on WR.com. Fuck. Started as a, yeah, speedrun hitless deathless, that's right. Well, it started as a joke in the 1993 Super Mario Brothers. The creator of Mario confirmed that's Mario and Luigi Mario, making them the Mario Brothers. I guess, yeah, it does. It makes it, they are the Mario Brothers by Mario being their last name. Need to try one of these legendary American briskets. That brisket is good if it's made well. I might be overselling a little bit just because I say it all the time. It's just a fun, like, I don't know. I don't know where the similes bit came from, but I've leaned very hard into it, where I constantly go like, this is blank like a blank. This is something like a something. You know, that's kind of like, that's my thing. How the hell in dick did I get it up there? Like, just like that. Hung like a horse. Yeah, exactly. How close to steak is thick beef cuts and beef stew, for example? It's pretty different, Mira. I have no idea from, like, a butcher's perspective. You know what I mean? Like, I have no idea how actually close the cut of meat is. But the sensation of eating steak versus eating, like, a chunk of beef in a stew is way different, IMO. Miyamoto laughed out loud at Mario. It is funny. Flavor-wise and texture, it's definitely like, I feel like when you have like a, you know, like something like a beef stew or like something like super tender, like a brisket or something, it kind of like is much more like melt in your mouth, like fall aparty in a tasty, very good way. Preparation's a big part of steak versus beef. Like beef, not in a, or steak, not in a bad way, but steak, I feel like has like a more solidness to it. And a lot of the time, like brisket or, you know, yeah, like something in a stew is going to be kind of like stringier and like pull apart a little easy. And again, not stringy in a bad way, but... Jay, what's going on, you frickin' sniff? Oh. I was going to say sniff maxer, and then I got distracted. Welcome in, by the way. Happy heckin' Monday to you. Happy lasagna day. Steak overrated, though? I agree. I like steak, I just never would pay the premium that is often demanded for it. I don't like steak, you know, $48 worth compared to like a $17 sandwich. That's my beef with beef. John Beef asked me about beef. Are you a big beef guy, BB Berg, or is the name perhaps a different, you know, beef reference? You've got to be coming on my tits. Lasagna is great. Jay has stayed unwavering to the bit. Jay was absolutely tearing it up in Yakuza yesterday. If you're not following Jay, everybody, give Jay a follow. We love our Jay around here. Second to place Monday and Lasagna Day together. Gotta say, it was very funny. That game, Multiverses, had a lot of W's, or a lot of L's, had a lot of L's, but it was very funny that they put Garfield in the game and you could not play him on Monday. I think that is so fucking funny. To be honest, I don't think I've ever had a steak. Really? It's worth trying. But it, like, try a steak in the context of, like, you know, I don't know. You know, you're at, like, a cookout or something rather than, like, going to fucking Smith & Wesson and getting, like, an $85 steak. All right, so now is when I need to not go too fast. I feel like I recognize this room. I feel like I've seen this screen before. Because I have. Normally, I come out through here. Normally, this is the exact screen I have seen before. Normally, I come out through here, but instead, I came out through Luigi's secret piss pipe. And now I just have the key. I understand now. I misunderstood before, and I will do it again. Oh, that was clean. Now chill. Wait. I like steak, but I'm always down for steak from the grocery store. I don't need to be fancy. Yeah. I like steak too. It's just, it seems crazy to me when people like, you know, they'll be like, it's life-changing. Like, I don't know. Because I, like, have had, like, a good steak. On, like, my 18th birthday, my parents took me to, like, a nice steakhouse. And I got, like, a nice steak. And it was just like, this is okay. I was grateful for the fancy dinner, don't get me wrong, you know? Luigi's secret piss pipe? Oh, hey. Good burger over a good steak. True. Too true. Steak fajitas are good. Yeah, steak fajitas are good. So this is the secret chat. Steak burrito is also pretty good. I always choose chicken, but I do like a steak burrito. Oh, hey. At least I'm not choosing shrimp like bird, which is crazy. As opposed to Waluigi's taco stand, yeah. Make the Wii U joke, but I was one of the few who had one. Yeah, I did not have one. One of my roommates had one, though. I borrowed it to play Breath of the Wild on for the first time. Jet. Yeah, same, Deegan. I played and beat Breath of the Wild my first time on a Wii U. Yeah, same. It did not run very well. Like, it did. It ran. But it was not good. Okay. Okay. Now that we're here, not actually tough to get to. Not actually tough to... Now that we're here, like, just finding it was the whole thing. Actually getting the heart on this one is not a thing. Hit. Hit. Boing. Never owned a Switch, but Breath of the Wild and Wii U? Absolutely. Let's go. One of the most enjoyable gaming experiences of my life. I do love Breath of the Wild. I don't think I would personally rate it that high, but I really enjoyed it. I did really enjoy it. I think the thing that held Breath of the Wild back for me, unfortunately, was my own preconceptions and expectations. I am one of the folks that is kind of bummed by the dungeons in Breath of the Wild. Because IMO, like, when I think back to being a kid, the Zelda experience, the adventure that I want to evoke is go into cool, scary dungeon and get new tool that allows you to solve scary dungeon. And they basically removed that from Breath of the Wild, which is cool from a design standpoint and made a great game. But I still, when playing it for the first time, could not quite shake that, like, where is my Zelda? Which is not fair, because they were making a new thing, and it was a reboot, and so on and so forth. And again, I loved it. I love Breath of the Wild. Played the whole thing, played all of Tears of the Kingdom, which I liked less, but did like. Massive Zelda head. I love Breath of the Wild, but it's definitely not the Zelda I love, just a different experience. Exactly, Thebes, right? Exactly. Mine for Xenoblade Chronicles X. For Wii U, you mean? 90% of the Tears of the Kingdom shrine can be solved with just the reversibility in any object. Yeah, Tears... The reversibility was insanely busted. That's it, everybody. We got it. I'm out. Link's Awakening is my first Zelda game, and I played the shit out of that game. I've actually never played it all the way through. I've played a bit of it. I played it as, like, a kid and was like, holy dick, this is hard. You know? But I would say that Ocarina of Time was, like... If I had to point to the most formative gaming experience in my life, it's Ocarina of Time. It's a very cliche, common answer to say that Ocarina of Time was that, but that's because just so many kids my age were that into it. We fucking hung with Ocarina of Time. That was the shit. That was the shit. I remember, like I have classic, like, playground memories of Ocarina of Time, like, legit, like, talking about how to solve puzzles at school and then going home and trying it. You know? And it's like, that shit was so fun. That was so fun. I love Breath of the Wild. Wild and while I love previous Dungeons and Zelda games, I didn't really take much notice of the Divine Beasts is lacking other than the sameness of them. Yeah, it kind of just goes to show how people value different things out of the same games, you know? Felt the opposite. Breath of the Wild true that no matter what the tool, you can face adversity you wanted to and come out on top. Yeah, once again, I think Breath of the Wild rocks. I want to be clear that I'm being a little unfair and putting my preconceptions onto it. Thanks for the lurk, Mira. I'm putting my preconceptions onto it, so I'm not really being fair. I'm not looking at it as its own individual product, which, to be fair, they branded it as a Zelda game, so that does come with expectations. Game's going good. Yo, Night Penguin, 100 streams. Let's go, buddy. I appreciate you. Link's Awakening introduced many of us in the West and my age group to the concept of a JRPG. Yeah, fair. Zelda games were the first games to have saving ever. Link's Awakening and Link to the Past, best Zeldas. I should play some of the old ones at some point. That would be fun. I also went with no expectations, and I don't think I even played Twilight Princess or Skyward Sword. I watched my nephew play them. Gotcha. Always big into the handheld Zelda games. Oh, see, I didn't play a lot of the handheld ones. Sounds like someone who thinks Zelda's the main character of the game when it's actually Link. Yeah. That's about where my games literacy is at. Clearly. All right, into 5B we go, everybody. Into 5B we go. You hear that little stank? You hear that little stinky stank on it? Guys, what if Zelda was a girl? What's so good about Zelda? What's the appeal? I mean, that's kind of a big question, Stripe, but I feel like the general appeal is just like it is a classic concept of an adventure game. It is pretty much the archetypical action adventure game. Yeah, it has like puzzles. In a way, they kind of set up what would become, and really they started as like search action games is the Japanese terminology or whatever. But yeah, they're just like action adventure games, and they're good at that. It's a hard question to answer, though, because, it's like, what's so good about Terraria? What's the appeal, Stripe? Tell me succinctly, in 2 sentences. It's tough. Type shit, yeah. I'm putting a Link to the Past since I was a kid. Yeah, Robin Williams' daughter's name was Zelda. Was that for Zelda the game or because of Zelda Fitzgerald, though? I actually don't know. The game? Nice. Was Zelda the game? Nice. Crash? Is a big gamer? Nice. Very cool. Yeah, genuinely, I didn't know. But a lot of people forget that Zelda Fitzgerald was a very famous socialite, so the name doesn't just come from the game. Yep. Terraria has weapons to kill the big Sasauge Palisade in Squidward 2. I did you one better, 1 sentence. Yeah, that's a horrible pitch, though. That's a horrible pitch, Stripe. That didn't actually in earnest try to answer my query. I get you, Frost. I understood why you were saying you were sad about it. That was another point where I kind of wasn't engaging the negative connotation there. All of us are sad that Robin Williams is gone. All right. Holy! Regina Zelda's a nickname from Griselda. Really? That I never knew. That's fun. Oh. Oh, okay. 2D Minecraft. Yeah, 2D Minecraft actually is the good way to describe Terraria, which is hilarious. And anyone who molds about that needs to chill. Frost, see, you gotta chill. Why are you molding about that? It is 2D Minecraft. That's a great way to describe it. That's a great way to describe it. I'm about to. I described it to get in a minute and it worked and they understood. Yeah. Describe Minecraft in two sentences, then 3D Terraria. I feel like describe Minecraft in 2 sentences is describe a survival crafter in 2 sentences. The reason 2D Minecraft works is because Minecraft is so ubiquitous. People know what it means. Must ways from my procure sustenance. Enjoy your sustenance. Celeste is a game about climbing a mountain. The mountain's a metaphor for your own self-doubt. That's true. Celeste is, but that doesn't really tell me what type of game it is, to be fair. Generally, when describing a video game, you want to try to imply what type of game is it. You can assume that Celeste is a platformer, but like what you just said, you could be describing Cairn, which is a very different game. Survive Craft Cube. No curves description of Minecraft. Not the way you want to do that. Song is a jam, bro. Fuck. What's the... How do I want to deal with that little piece there? And then I want to like, Oh, you know what? I probably want to climb up to the top of it and then do the little jump over while you're holding. Like, I'm literally trying to, whatever. I'll show it on the actual thing. You can, when you're up at the top of a ledge and you jump forward off of it, it's like a different jump arc than normal. And that, yeah, like this. Get a little higher and then do that and that'll work. Open world gamer, you craft increasingly complex objects with the cubic stuff you find in the world while trying to survive the dangers it presents. That's pretty good. Yeah. So is JP's 2D sand, or that for Terraria. But yeah, I feel like with Minecraft, yeah, I was thinking like it's a procedurally generated world. You can interact with every block. There are monsters you have to survive. So that's still a bunch of sentences. All right, chat. Thank God we have ChatGPT to do mental work like that for us now. That one I'm not sure about. Every pixel simulated. I had a teacher used to assign essays with 50-word maximums. Nice. It's actually a good lesson to teach, because being a succinct writer is much more important. Even though sometimes it's less pretty. But we're you know... We're not living life for pretty anymore. We're living life for efficiency in the big 2026. Take away my Google search, but they can't take away my babbling. That Baby Shoes poem, yeah. I am familiar. I feel like that comes from like, wasn't it like a challenge, right? The shortest sad story you could or whatever. God. That one, I see what you need to do. You need to sneak over to the other side very fast, and then you need to try and like climb up, like jump at the other end and use the upwards momentum to get out. Oh, Cree, what's going on? Welcome back, or goodbye if you're leaving. I don't think I've seen you in a bit, but you might have been lurking. Yep. The hop over also made that easier. Easy peasy. Whew. Massive baby. Lurking playing some UFO 50. Let's go. Well, goodbye. We'll catch you later, buddy. I hope you enjoyed the UFO 50. Thank you for updating me in the Discord about your endeavors. Whew. Okay, you got me there, Celeste. Oh wait, dash into this. Yeah, baby. I get it. I get it. Go in. Up. Get it. Go in. Up. Back at it. No. That's a good game. What's it about? It's crazy, man. It's about 50 UFOs, and they all have weird feelings. Oh, no. There's one UFO that represents anger, and it's red, and then there's another one that represents jealousy, and it's green. Nice. There's another one that represents sadness, and it's blue. And these UFOs are living inside someone's head. First you mine, then you craft. What did that do for me? The Hulks or Lantern Corps, yeah. First you oat, then you meal. UFO 50 is officially on my wish list. Whether or not I actually get it is a different matter. Rats kinda wants it too. Billy, I might just have to give it to you as a moderator. Might just have to. Rats said it too. Mira doesn't want it, but the other mods want it. I don't know, we'll see. First UFO, then you do it another 49 times. I will take it for Mira. Wow. An honorable sacrifice, Stripe. Trying to be my sugar daddy? Not quite. What's wrong with a little bit of sugar in your coffee? You know what I'm saying? Why do you exist here? I could take the hit. No, I was thinking the other day after the 24-hour stream, I was like, it'd be nice to like show the mods some love as well. And then you guys were talking about wanting UFO 50, so I don't know, we'll see. Tossing some sugar on my delightful moderators, you know, chat? You gotta spoil them every now and then. They're little sweethearts after all. Hit. Orb. I'll figure this out, don't you worry. Man! Alright. Oh! Come on, man. I think the mod should pay you for the privilege. Yeah, Mirabu, I would like to offer you the opportunity to become a premium moderator. A premium moderator for only $6.99 a month. You can get that nice hammer next to your name. You can get that hammer next to your name instead of the sword. If you want to be a head moderator, it's only $6.99 per month, Mirabu. Premium moderator. Think about that one. I keep going for the thing when I don't need it. I feel like this room just needs a little bit of cognitive effort from me, and I haven't given it to it yet. I did the thing again. That is a bargain. Well, it's on course on top of a regular sub, Billy. That was actually a stroke of genius. The eye pointy bloob? That could be a bloob if it makes you happy, Stripe. Firstly, secondly, maybe do the reach out thingy before gifting more. Thirdly, thank you for the incredible opportunity. Supreme Leader, back to Lyric. Yeah. I don't think they would give me keys if it wasn't for like an event or something. You know? It made sense when it was for an event. I could reach out if we were doing another event, but why did I think about that? Compounding payment, $6.99, $13.98, $20.97, and so on. That's laziness talking? I guess so. It's also kind of not wanting to seem like a bother, being like, hi, I'm a big Twitch streamer you're going to know about, you know? Give me free stuff because I want it. But maybe she's right. You are deserving? Sure. Well, I appreciate you thinking so, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't necessarily think they're going to look at it that way. Once again, I think they would likely do it if I gave, like, a reasoning. I'm just saying it feels to me a little weird to be like, hey, I did this 24-hour stream and I gifted out a bunch of copies and people liked it so much, I wanted to do more. Could you give me more keys now? I do really like this bubble. I don't need it at all. There's something about it, though. Grovel for a bulk purchase? Perhaps. Yeah, she's right. It doesn't hurt to ask. Ultimately, Mira's right. Let's be real. As usual, Mira's right. I am a little bit being lazy, and also just because it's kind of awkward. Pity on my dick. That was almost it. See, she says, ew, yes, Stripe, exactly. I don't know what I was thinking. I've already solved it. I've already solved it. Nothing else, just you. I will say, generally in life, it's worth shooting your shot. Addendum, if you're being respectful about it. Let's say that, by the way. Shooting your shot doesn't mean fucking harass people. But also, generally in life, you should shoot your shot, but the worst she can say is no is not true. The worst she can say is no is not true. Coming from someone who asked a girl out and she laughed. So, like, it's like, you know, it can be worse, bro. It can be worse, you know? I guess it's helpful maybe to hear that that's the worst she could say, but it ain't fucking true. They say you, then they say FO50, and then I get rock hard. Then we're having a conversation. Then we're having discourse. Then we're having intercourse. You know? Why? Frost, bro. Not gonna approve that message, and come on, buddy. Obviously, that's not what we're talking about. Asked a girl out, and she said, "What are you doing in my house?" Well, that once again, that fell into the shoot your shot, but you know, don't be, don't be weird part of it. Huge. Easiest game I've ever played in my life. Hitless, deathless. Woo! Crunch, you need to show up to the UFO 50 HQ with a boombox on your shoulders. They don't need my support chat for what it's worth. Plenty of bigger streamers played the game. What the hell? My goodness. I would definitely say, as far as like video games go, I would say, as far as video games go, UFO 50 is like, it's like an Oscar bait movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it did really well with critics. It is acclaimed for everything it did and stuff, but like, of course it didn't sell well. It's catering to a super niche audience. I just really like it and vehemently try to get it a little more exposure. It's like a game about celebrating loving game design. You know what I mean? It's as masturbatory as like they're like Hollywood movies about Hollywood. You know, Hollywood loves a movie about Hollywood because Hollywood loves Hollywood more than anybody else in the world loves Hollywood. I think UFO 50 is a little bit of that. If I'm going to take off my dick-sucking glasses and put on my realist glasses with my own opinion of it, a very valid reason to not be into it is because it's that. Niche, but it has like every genre. It does, but it asks people to play 8-bit games and to think. And that's not what a lot of people want to do while they play video games. They want to not look at 8-bit stuff. They want to look at simulated boobies and they want to not think. Which is fair. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, get your entertainment the way you want. Streamer gave away 8-bit games. This is how his organ shut down. What is the end game here? Why am I in this room? You go play Noida instead. No pictures or thinking over there. True. Well, it's funny. It's a thing. I enjoy UFO 50, given I like thinking I'm not a gooner. The gooner is in all of us, Stripe. You goon. By the love of God, you goon. Noida is not 8-bit, no. I don't know what Noida is. I don't know if it's technically... I don't know what the bit categorization is for it, but it's like it's modern pixel graphics. Hey, welcome back. I actually don't know where I'm supposed to go. Ooh. Oh, because it takes me across then. New gender neutral greeting. What's up, gooners and liars? That's funny. That's funny. Notice 32-bit. Okay, gotcha. We figured it out, Chad. We figured, yeah, JP showed me at the end there. We figured it out. Right before you spoiled it, we figured it out. $8-bit did refer to the physical memory, but so something like UFO 50, you did wait until I did it. Yeah, it was fair. You're all good. You're all good. Something like UFO 50 respects those restrictions even though it doesn't need to. So, like, for instance, 8-bit meant that because of the processing power, they only had so many colors that they could use, and, like, the UFO 50 games are built like that. They do stuff like that to specifically stick to it that they don't need to because it's a modern game, and I think it's fair to not like the aesthetic of it. Genuinely. As someone who does like the aesthetic, I think it's absolutely fair to not like it. Because it is an aesthetic, and it is not high fidelity. You know? I haven't played Evo Land. I know of them, though. For exactly the quality you're talking about. Never cared about the aesthetics of games, only the gameplay. I would love to say that I'm not that shallow, but I am. I love the aesthetics of games for sure. And it makes a huge impact on whether or not I actually choose to buy something. But gameplay wins for me at the end of the day. Gameplay wins for me at the end of the day 100%. Where aesthetic gets me in the door, but gameplay is what makes me be like, this is particularly good or bad. Oh, this came up. Did they stick the 8-bit terms what was possible with the code, or is it more the graphics? That's a good question. That's a good question, JP. If you don't actually know UFO 50, please nobody meme on me. It's 50 games made by modern developers, made to be like indie games or like 8-bit games from like the 80s and 90s. Using modern ideas, they're great. They're very, very great. Highly recommend it. I do imagine They probably used some of the... Well, I don't know. They probably didn't use fucking code limitations. I have no idea. I think you need to show us it. I would. I agree with Billy. I want that guy to launch me across. How do I do it, though, man? By dashing once I'm already on it, I see it. How do I wait, though? No, one thing I am confused about is how I get there with a dash. Physical limitations have to give rise to interesting workarounds. Yeah. Go to emulation space. Some of the games that generate so fast and what they had to do to make them work. Yeah, I feel like they probably didn't do as much of that, if I had to guess. I obviously don't know, but... Like some of the comparisons, you see retro games looking better on CRT than modern displays because of those workarounds. Oh yeah, the whole... If you watch videos on like CRT versus other stuff for pixel graphics, it's huge. How high can you jump off the wall? That high. I guess I want it to catch... I need to catch it and then release it instantly. That seems crazy, though. Crunch, on April 1st, something you should make a video which is of a super popular game, at least with your audience, and like 5 minutes in, you switch to UFO 50 and play that for 3 hours. Yeah, the people would love that. Donkey did that for, what was it? Some game. Jump, dash towards it, then jump off with the launch is my guess. Yup. That worked. That worked. I missed it that time, though. Ooh. Yeah, there are tons of remasters that end up looking worse for us. Because they focus on fidelity over art direction. No matter what we're talking about here, chat, I mean it intensely when I say that I want my games to look good. And I am shallow for that, but I feel wholeheartedly that art direction is more important than art fidelity. I beefed it. You know what I mean? I don't remember what Anne Orlando looks like because the graphics were fucking peak. They weren't. They weren't, but the reveal of walking into that zone and seeing the rays of sunlight on the castles, like, it's like, that's what makes it cool, man, you know? Why are you giving me a face like that, Beefy? Huge. Huge. Whew. AoE 2 remasters art is actually so fire. Faithfully OG, but AoE 2. Right, what makes AoE 2 a good game? Don't say anything about horses or halberds or castles. This type of game I could never. I like this type of game. Love this type of game. For 2, what was the original texture consisted of baked-in tricks to look better on CRT versus the same textures versus dynamic lighting looking worse because the tricks physically didn't translate. Sure, but they either way, art direction's an issue when those tricks didn't translate and then they didn't. CRT is different either way because that's obviously different technology. That's different technology, but like, I'm saying when you're talking about they remade Morrowind, which they haven't, but let's say they remade Morrowind, that's the kind of game where sometimes you'll see a thing where it's like, it actually looks less vibey with the remaster because everything looks polished and clean now, instead of kind of like gritty and dark like it did in the original game. I'm saying that is a thing that happens a lot with modern remakes and remasters. Oh. My little CRT only takes a coaxial cable. Let's go. Game is fantastic. Been playing it daily since I got it. This game is really fun. I really, really like it. Use a VCR DVD player as an intermediary between most of the consoles I use it with. Gotcha. Fuck. I hate the art style of Overwatch. Why are you talking about Overwatch? Showed my brother Noida and we were back home a couple months ago and he called it a Terraria copy because it has pixels. A lot of people say that Noida looks like Terraria and I don't see it. I don't really get why. The pixel graphics and the fact that it's 2D are the only thing. But I think where people see it is a game where you're like underground in 2D going about in caves and you're digging and stuff. You're digging and stuff. Only play 3D games, I guess. I hate the art style. For Overwatch art style is fine. Overwatch art style is fine. It's not really an art style. Well, it is. It is, but it's what I consider like, you know, basically like the Pixar of video games. It's like kind of like Fortnite core. It's like that slightly cartoony, slightly exaggerated, kind of like default, very clean looking, sleek. Terraria is the only game with pixels, yeah. No, it is Terraria, just like Celeste is. True. Now I need to find a way up there. Need to fall down onto that. And then I'm gonna have to shoot across here. Oh, is this finally involved now? Oh, that bubble finally came into... I know that bubble well, chat. I know that bubble well. Fun. Okay. Ooh. Saw a video where somebody built a functional CPU in Terraria, so Noida really could be in Terraria, just very, very slow. Have they done Doom? Obvious follow-up question. That was my favorite bubble, chat. It was a good bubble. Respect Fortnite for what it is, but I personally couldn't stand the art style building mechanics. Fortnite's all right. I'm just, yeah, I don't know. Just not my jam, really. I had some fun times playing some Fortnite matches with my buddies. It's been years now, you know, but not really my jam. All right. Hell yeah. This is the end, I think. The art style has always thrown you off. Yeah, hey, fair enough. Does anyone see what I mean when I say it's like the Pixar of video games? Like, I feel like Pixar animated characters are very much so like the default animated characters in like 3D animation movies. And I feel like Fortnite-looking characters, which Overwatch characters kind of look like, that's like the default like video game character. That's like the default video game look for 3D games, obviously, I mean. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, that's fair. I don't love it either, but I don't hate it. I'm very neutral towards it. It's fine. It's fine. You play as the Eye of Cthulhu again? It's 8:30. Why don't we take 10 minutes, chat? Or how close are we? Actual question for people who know Celeste. How close are we to the end of this B-side? Is this the last screen? No, because the last screen of the B-side will have the clicky clackies. We got a ways to go, Thebes. 7 meters. Let's take 10. Quizzigo, yeah, nice. Okay, yeah, let's take 10. I'm gonna keep it all in one video tonight anyways. This is the last screen of the second checkpoint out of 4. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Autumn. That makes perfect sense. AoE 2 is a great strategy game with tons of replayability, generally very good balance, an active fan base and game devs who listen to the players. Also, the simplicity provided by the rock, paper, scissors style military units with unique exceptions letting the game be easy enough to pick up and still endlessly deep. Also, the sugarcoating of historical themes. All right, everybody, it is 8:34. I'll be back at 8:45. Stick around if you're enjoying the stream. We'll be right back. All right, let's continue with some Celeste. We're going to keep going. Jesus. Come on, man. We were just talking about magic cards on the break, and I was talking about how Soren is easily the coolest planeswalker because he's a vampire. And on top of that, he also has white hair, which is the coolest hair color in at least in games. IRL, it depends, you know? White because you're old, whatever. White because you know, you're like a witcher or something, cool. White because you're old can be cool too, you know? It kind of just depends on if it looks good. Oh, that was almost it too. You gotta move with the motion of the ocean. You gotta be smooth and you gotta be grooved. Unlike my brain. God. I do think the up there is smart. It like puts us on a better cycle. But then it doesn't work there. Crunch, you're gonna look like you're in a cover band if you get gray hair. I literally am in a cover band, Stripe. I play in a cover band. We play out one night a week. We have a residency. Or sorry, one night a month. We have a local residency. Epic transformation from groove to smooth brain. I filled all the grooves in my brain with THC wax. And I like it that way. It reminds me of an old YouTube video, something along the lines of hardest Mario levels. Yeah, it's precision platforming stuff. You might be talking about Super Mario Frustration, which is an all-timer YouTube video. It birthed such classics as That's a Big Fire Stick and Goomba, fuck you. Yeah, Kaizo Super Mario Bros. Yeah. Goomba, fuck you. It's a great video. I aspire to ever be that funny. Wow. All right. Oh, Gooey, you're exactly right. Oh yeah, that's a timeless video. You do want a one-side. No, you don't want a one-side. Either Leah just got home or we're getting robbed. Mother! Yeah, it's her. Come on, my tits. She's talking to Oatmeal, chat. Or Oatmeal? How do you know that's not a robber holding her hostage? Now she's in the room, so if the robber's here, frankly, they've earned it. If they worked this hard for what little we have, they can have it. Don't show them. He's worthless. You bring the meal? Yeah, unfortunately. How long his whiskers are. Embarrassing. Bring the meal and hold the oat. How relaxed he is. You happy Mama's home? There he is. My Chungus son Oatmeal. Hi, buddy boy. He was. I was petting him during the break. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I was petting him during the break. Him and I were hanging out in the study. vibing. Father and son. I told him how to sex. Yeah, I taught him about the birds and the bees. Whew. Yeah, orange cats are sweet, Frost. Mommy's boy, daddy's girl. Gizmo definitely seeks my attention more than Leah's. Oatmeal wants attention from everybody. He's just a slut. He's just a slut. We don't need more oatmeals? Yeah, we do. I just want chat equity. Stripe's farming equity so that he can farm L's during chess and still maintain a positive net worth in chat brand equity. God, tit! Man. The diagonal there was essential. But Steve is sweet, but this orange boy climbed my lap is literally laying and drooling and purring. He was so sweet. Yeah, Oatmeal's a lap cat. He will legitimately just crawl into your lap. Totally coach be better by that time the rec comes forward. That feels a little dishonest, though. And Beefy, I'm also going to have to be real with you. Looking you in the jellies as a content creator, I think it is wise for me to go in and raw dog it. Because I've probably played, you know, a couple dozen games of chess across my entire life. You know, and I know the rules, but I know basically nothing about actual strategy, plays, openings, whatever. And I feel like it will be funnier if I, you know, go in like that. I feel like it will be funnier if I go in like that. And then we could maybe do coaching, yeah. What about the en passant capture? Is that something Napoleon did? Whenever people talk about Napoleon, it's just war and sex, man. The guy was clearly of two minds. Orange cat, and he's like meth head of the family. Yeah, the brain cells are not all to go here. Cut tolerant resistance. The sweet orange boy was laying into me. Yeah, no, once again, Oatmeal is like that. I give him an awful lot of crap. He's actually an exceptionally good cat. And don't tell him I said that. How was work? Is it okay? Leah she just started a new job. She just started a new job, but then she got a better job offer right after starting for more money at a place she would rather work at a better location. So she had to... Today was her first actual 8-hour shift at her new job, and she had to go in and be like, hi, I quit. This is my 2 weeks notice. I guess finish training me, but don't train me too hard. Do a bottle of vino tonight. Go play chess and you move a pawn and they're like, the French cum sock and they beat your ass. The French cum sock is an opening valid strategy, yeah. Did I tell you, by the way, I do have to go to the office on Wednesday now? No, I'm bumming. Leah did take the second option, yep. Pocket sand opening. You know what I know you can do in chess chat? Couple advanced moves. Couple advanced moves. You can do a thing called castling where you like flip your like king and your rook around or whatever. It's really like cheeky. Really cheeky. I don't think it's good for anything, though. I think you just lose if you do it. Everyone chessing, you can't hold your opponent's family hostage for bargaining. I guess that's fair. Why hasn't Magnus done that? Or maybe he has. No, it's forced? Okay. If you castle, you lose. That's it. Why, Celeste? You're not Celeste, you're Madeline. Why did the mountain do this? Why did I? No, en passant is pretty much a forced move when it's available. I thought en passant was a sandwich. What are you talking about, forced move? What's up, Hollow? Welcome in. Play the level 6 hours in a row to do it deathless. I actually managed to do it at the end of the 6 hours. Let's go. I've been doing the whole game hitless deathless so far, but right now I'm just routing, obviously. Okay. Optional, but you gotta do it because you can. I did say pretty much. I might be worrying too much about the shitties collapsing below me. I also can dash there. I'm choosing to not dash as if I need to save it, but I'm landing on my feeties, so dashing is fine. Whoops. Let's bring back the shoot up. I kind of liked the shoot up. Never mind. You want to think about Deathless B-sides until I finish the last chapter? Yeah, I haven't done any of chapter whatever 8 or 9 or whatever the extra ones are. I'm doing all the B-sides first, which has been going really well. As you can see. Shit. Whoop. Oh, come on, man. All right, I need to die a little bit. All right. God titty tit. That, if I had done the little upward diagonal dash, we might have made it. Yup. Because you get the thing there. Just dash. It makes it so much easier. It does. It does. Oh, come on, man. Ooba. The Buble. The Michael Bublé. I think Michael Bublé is doing these days. Probably spending his enormous amounts of money, right? Like most famous people. Past or present. Come on, man. All right, buddy. Who put that there? That's a big fire stick. It's funny, the times you... This is like right in that spot of tightness where the times you do it right, you're like, oh yeah, you need to just do it. You need to just do it. It's just easy. Just do it right, and then it's easy. But it's so precise that hitting it is just tough, man. It would piss me off so much, like getting over it. I'm pretty decent about not getting that mad. My outbursts are sudden and, you know, quick. I don't hold a grudge. Kinda. If I think something is truly, like, unfair and unfun, I'll start calling it out. But a lot of the time, stuff is just hard, which is different. Weird thing is Cycles is reacting to when you're early or late. Yeah. Yeah, and I haven't really actually codified, like, when I should be going for this one. Which I probably should do. You know? That's not how you handle that, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Okay. The inner strength to not get mad at bullshit deaths like COD. Duty, Fallout, Noida, but this shit would send me over like no other. Deaths in Noida are definitely more frustrating to me than deaths in this by a long, long margin. Death in this game is you just try again, man. Instantly. You lose like nothing. Learned a new liquid interaction by watching it happen in front of me, so that's cool. Do you mean IRL or in Noida? It's funny that I have to ask. What's up, Zero Damage? Such a good platformer, and Lena did one of the best OSTs in modern history. Actually crazy. It is a great OST. This B-side in particular has been really nice. It's been a little bit more low-key than some of the other B-sides. I feel like the other B-sides have been a little more upbeat. This one's been pretty chill. No, wait, I gotcha. And a Schmirk burrow? Honestly, maybe. Squirrels is like you need the juice in your brain. Apparently, there's a lot of this chapter left, and I'm fucking giga stunned on this shit right now. That's alright, I'm gonna get it on this attempt right now. Huge. Why? I didn't even need to go to the side. Maybe I did. We did it, by the way? Holy! You need some Mary Jane for that. Whew. Attempt, yeah, this one, that's right. We got there. Now we're in the shit. What's going on in this room? Look at this Axiom Verge ass shit. I like it. Look at those little ground tongues. Crazy, man. Look at him wag. Who needs a Stibium machine? You can just rock one of those bad boys. Which has amazing peeps. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. And now the gay baby jail. This is gay baby jail? What does that mean? Your heart skipped a beat? Why? Did Gizmo meow? Oh. One second, sorry. I'm preparing my medicine. I don't know what the hell that means, and I'm a Celeste professional, clearly. Thebes does have some really good street cred for Celeste around here. We're up to be looking at those. It jails gay babies. Why are we jailing the gay babies? Did they commit actual crimes, or is it because they're gay and or babies? Neither of which should be a jailable offense. No reason? That's worse. That's worse. Actually, maybe it's better. I would rather us jail people for no reason at all than simply because they're gay, I guess. Because then it's better to pick out nothing than to pick out something in that way. TTM1 through the mirror screen 1. They're just jailed babies that happen to be gay. Are all of them gay? They're all babies. Hey, appreciate you popping in, Zero. I hope you get some good sleep, man. Take it easy. It just so happens that they are. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. Oh, what the hell? The tongues are bad. The tongues are bad. Did you ever see the way babies look at bananas? Honestly, I cannot recall a time that I've seen a baby looking at a banana, no. Whoop. Babies aren't even old enough to be gay, though? Yeah, babies aren't old enough to go to jail either. This whole premise is ridiculous. Maybe you were the baby looking at a banana? I probably looked at a fucking banana as a baby, but believe it or not, I don't remember everything from when I was a baby. I don't remember everything from yesterday, let alone when I was a fucking baby. The first memory that I have literally in my entire life, chat, I don't know if I've ever told you guys this before. It's an essential crunch memory. I don't know, maybe like, my parents said we were young. I don't even know, like a 4 years old or something, maybe? I remember I was in a high chair at a restaurant, if that tells you anything about how old I was. And I remember we were at a restaurant. My parents told me this was in California, I guess. We're at a restaurant in California. They must have been on a business trip. And I remember the restaurant had like these like red walls and leather booths. And there was a balloon man going around a few tables down. And I really wanted the balloon man to come over. That's my first memory. I don't remember if he came over. Probably eventually. I just remember sitting there at the table with my mom, my dad, my brother, and looking over at the balloon man and being like, I want that balloon man to come over here. Personality founded on want and greed and sloth. That's so funny. The writing was on the wall. The writing was on the wall the whole time. You were a piece of shit from day one. Doctor took him out and was like, this one's a real piece of shit. You can keep him if you want. My parents were like, we can change him. And Doctor was like, I don't think so, but go ahead and try. Guards, jail that baby. I don't know what my first word was. Know what your first word was? I think mine might have been come. My first word was chat. I was born with OBS in my greasy little fingers. Here's to being in a car seat. Gotcha. Whew. This is the hardest thing I've ever done, by the way. This is the hardest thing I've ever done. How am I supposed to hit that button? Maybe I'm not supposed to hit the button? The button seems impossible. Wait. Button. Hit the button. Can I hit it with my little toesies there? You might be able to toesy tickle it. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta dip my toes in the pond of tickling. You gotta get there dashless. Maddie! Maddie went sicko mode on him! I don't need to get there dashless. You considered pushing the button? I just did. Eat that one. You're not ticklish? It's true. Not really. The bottoms of my feet sometimes can get ticklish with like the exact right degree of bullshittery. But I'm not super ticklish. And especially if someone is intentionally trying to tickle me, I can usually tank it. I can usually tank it in order to deprive them of the you know, the satisfaction they were looking to get out of my discomfort. Gotta find the right spot, yeah. No, it can be done. It can be done, but once again, usually when people tickle, they're looking for immediate satisfaction. So if you're able to hold out a little bit, it gets you out of most of those tight spots. But I will say, you know, when tickling hits, it hits, bro. Your body is like, do not do that to me. Which is funny. That's actually an interesting thing for us to examine. Chat, why are we ticklish? Anyone know? I don't know. What evolutionary benefit does that convey? Found the part easier by wall kicking. All kicking. Like, you kicked off that wall there. I just mog the tickler. As the tickly. Something, something, friend attack us. Surprise brain go burr. Why is it? Why do we think of it as a friend attacking us, though? Is it just because it's a sensitive part of our body? But the bottom of your feet isn't that sensitive. I can understand that if it were like your armpits. I didn't see that one! Oh my god, that one single tongue. Brother tickled you? Some of the related small things would be dangerous, like snakes or spiders. Yeah. Make you super aware of potentially deadly insects on you. I guess, but I feel like humans of the past were just kind of fine with insects, you know? We're just squeamish about it because we've gotten to live without them. To be specific, I call my first memory. A lot of them blend together. They all take place in the same house. Mental image to the garden. Recollection of playing the Transformers. Nice. The ants, Scott. We do. The ants have been showing up again, chat. We got our house. We had that, like, little treatment for ants, and they were kind of, like, gone for a few weeks, and now they're poking up again, which they said might happen. And, you know, they're coming back on a monthly basis, the insect people, so. Hopefully the ants will be properly eradicated this time. I forgot again! We're making progress, though. Try cement. All right, we've kind of got part one down. You just got to flow with the motion of the ocean. Damn it. You do need to jump. Almost, man, almost. Election day 90-something, I was out of school and playing with a queue of stuffed animals by the fireplace. Let's go. They can protect your vulnerable spots. I guess that makes sense. But once again, the bottom of your feet isn't that vulnerable, right? Red wasp nest in my roof wall just filled with mortar, and that kind of sorted it. So what if there's 100 dead wasps in my walls? Yeah. I don't know where they're getting in, though. Because they're getting in from probably somewhere outside, and then, you know, the whole thing to sort. Ideally, just killing the source of the ants, I think, is the way. No, I didn't see the little ones up there. This is actually, Autumn, is this like a is this like a notorious room? Because this is pretty nutty. Am I taking the result of my feelings? Getting my height measured? I don't actually remember ever doing that, like marking my height on like a door or anything. I feel like I must have, but I don't remember. I think the previous room is more notorious, but if you don't wall kick, then you can just grab the walls on the way down. What is wall kicking? Is wall kicking like jumping off of the walls? It's probably something I've done and just don't know the name of. Yeah, we have height markings on one of the doorways in our house. If you injured feet, then you're slow and easier to be hunted? Yeah. Yeah, I guess you don't want to be damaging the bottoms of your feet, don't get me wrong. You saying, like, grab those walls? I feel like, honestly, just flowing with the motion of the ocean is... I'm getting it enough of the time here that it's okay. Hit. It's just jump next to a wall while not grabbing as opposed to a climb jump. Okay. Shit. Part of donating plasma. Interesting. I donated blood once in college. Hey, Billy with the hydrate. Thank you, buddy. I recently learned of a woman who's incapable of fearing fear of any kind. The part of her brain that feels fear is missing. She willingly took part in an experiment which fully prevented her from breathing. And she actually panicked way more than the other test subjects. It's theorized she panicked more because she never experienced fear before. That caused some recursive loop. Anyway, main takeaway is that this all suggests that suffocation is such an instinctive fear that it runs through our entire brain rather than being localized. Huh. Neat. Neat. Being 69 inches tall is the biggest flex. I don't know. It's only 5'9". It's not that impressive. I think most Hex. Ugh. Good evening, Hex. Welcome in. I feel like most people would take being 6 feet over being 5'9". Most men, at least. When someone's got a strangling fetish, it feels better than any other fetish. Now we're talking. Fuck you too, and I hope you've been having fun, streamer. I have, Hex. I'm climbing the damn mountain. How are you doing? Happy Brazil to you, Hex. Speaking of Brazil, have we seen Rodolph at all today? I don't think we have, actually. Where's our Brazil representation? Uh-oh, streamer's getting parasocial with chat again now. All right. Hypno! Oh, man. Feels better, more like it takes your breath away. Hey! Oh, viewer engagement, whatever will we do? Bad for everybody. I don't want the viewers to feel seen, DP. That takes away from the eyeballs that are on me, you know what I'm saying? Ah! No amount of choking is safe? Sure, yeah. Don't say my name, you're engaging me, true. Imagine if you got it with just that. You probably can. That's totally what the runners do. Now that I'm one of them, I don't need to say speed runners anymore. That was PB. Do you say my name 3 times? It's Beetlejuice out loud. What was the other one of those? And we had like one of the scary ones. It was... You'd say it into the mirror. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. That's what it was. You shouldn't say Bloody Mary 3 times into the mirror. She shows up and like kills you or whatever. And my friends and I did it. We like shut the lights off in a bathroom and like stood in front of the mirror and like said it. And she did not show up and like mog us to death or whatever. The film Maze Jogger. Maze Jogger. The speedrun strat for this room is very insane. You don't hit the switches. That's so funny. It's going to be so illuminating to watch a speedrun of this because I have no idea what the tech is going to be. I do think I was close, Soren. I never watched Supernatural. I'd rather we not. What do you have against it, Leah? I'm not saying we should watch it. I'm just curious because it seems like a show you could like. Watch more Doctor Who. Went too long. I have her. Well, because the showrunner wanted Supernatural to end. That's one where he was like, I have like, I don't know how many. He was like, I have 4 seasons planned or whatever. And then the showrunners were like, but we want more. Or the executives were like, we want more. And he was like, no, and left. And then they just kept it going anyways. Something icky? Okay. Just watch the entirety of The Wire over the weekend? I would love to do that, actually. I want to watch The Wire. I've never watched it before, and I feel like I would love it. No, like 83 seasons of The Wire? No. No. I don't know how many there are, but it's like a normal show length. It's like watching, you know, it's probably like 6. I would guess it is 5 to 8 seasons of like 10 to 12 episode, 10 to 12 episode seasons. They're probably an hour each. I did it! Like 6 to 7 seasons. Yeah. I did it again! That seems quite long to me. I guess not for that type of show. I mean, I guess like sitcoms and like shows in the past were way longer. You know? Because like I feel like those premium shows were like weirdly short compared to stuff. And then nowadays seasons are just like crazy short. They do lots of like 6 and 8 season shows and stuff all the time, which or 6 and 8 episode seasons. But like sitcoms were all like 24 to like 26 episodes, and they would do like a season a year. Now you get 6 episodes of Succession every 3 years. Or sorry, 6 episodes of Severance every 3 years. You know? It's a very different landscape. You know, Jumper Moonblock sends you flying. Turns out you can send yourself flying by jumping out of a dash. I think I had been told that. We are very close to finishing Veep. Veep's amazing. Bailey, thank you for the hydrate. I hate laugh tracks. I don't love them, but it depends. Depends on the show. Seinfeld is still very funny, IMO. You know, that's a laugh track show. Oh! Oh! I thought The Wire was a crime drama, not a sitcom. It is. It is, Mira. It is. I'm saying that running a TV show having a total of like 60 episodes, a show having a total of like 60 episodes is actually kind of like little. You know, if you compared it to like how many episodes of The Wire there are versus like looking for like another crime show, if you went for like Miami Vice or something. You know, like that show probably has way more episodes. J Flight Truman. What's up, Yak? Yeah, Truman Show's a good movie. Welcome back, sister. I would throw some rando's hat into the ring. Let me see just Peep Show again, because it's just so consistently funny and not too long at all. I will. You know what, Beefy? I'm going to take your suggestion seriously. Maybe I can convince you, Beefy, to watch True Detective Season 1, because it's peak, and Leah and I are watching it now, so I'm primed to talk about it. But Season 1 of True Detective, I think, is like maybe my favorite, you know, season of television of all time. Made show packs before? It's known, it's been done. Watch Workaholics? I've watched some Workaholics. I enjoy Workaholics. It's a funny show. You're a Truman Show enjoyer, Thebes? Brain needs a break from the ads. That does sound unfortunate, sister. God, tit shit. Oh my fucking... Crunch's tight butthole. Thanks, buddy. True Detective's amazing. Season 1 is amazing. The rest of it's... Season 2 is kind of bad. Season 3 is alright. I didn't really like the reboot that much either, like the night country thing. But Season 1 is like legit. Probably my favorite season of TV, or at least up there. You know, top 5. I'd recommend it to anybody who likes just like, you know, crime, drama, I don't even know. Crime drama, just kind of like prestige TV, basically. You should have spawned your category of short seasons, but it's not that new. I don't think I've convinced you that I need to have new stuff. I was just saying I really want to watch The Wire. That show is from like the 90s or early 2000s, I think. Things that really fucks me about old shows are the structure around advertisements. We've been talking about a bunch of HBO shows which do not do that, for what it's worth. That's how I said schmirkaburl, yeah. A lot of the shows you watch this way are not done that. A lot of the shows you watch now are not done that way, like prestige, you know, prestige dramas and such. What did you say to watch? Season 1 of True Detective, Beefy. Season 1 of True Detective. It is a crime drama about 2 detectives investigating an occult-seeming murder. And it is excellent. If that sounds interesting to anyone at all, I could not recommend it highly enough. Jesus. One with the Yellow King. Yep, exactly. Anyone else just eat a cough drop sometimes for the experience? Not usually, but I have had a cough drop just cuz. They're pretty good. You ever watch Deadwood? I love Deadwood Frost. Deadwood is peak. Yes, Deadwood is peak. Leah has only seen some of it. Good night, Billy. Yeah, Deadwood is an amazing show as well. I've highly recommended Deadwood to a lot of people. And one of the things I'll say in Deadwood's defense is I watched Deadwood when I was still kind of in the throes of really not liking Western stuff. But one of my buddies decided to give me a try. It was, or one of my buddies convinced me to give it a try. And that was like, it sort of made me be like, you know, I can do some Western stuff now. Because Deadwood is just so peak. Because it's sort of like the idea, like we were saying with games earlier, where I am, like many people, often sold on aesthetics and graphics, if you will, you know, like the visuals. I am more likely to watch a movie with knights and dragons than one with cowboys and saloons. But at the end of the day, the thing I actually like about TV shows and movies is good writing and filmmaking. You know? Not the setting. Thank you for the hydrate. Once you know about it, you can fuck with you. Yeah, it's like the whole Freddy thing. Isn't Freddy like that? Dying over and over here. God, I don't know if we're beating this B-side tonight. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna look you guys in the jellies. I don't know if we're beating this B-side tonight. Yeah, I'm a Knight's Tale enjoyer. Knight's Tale's a good time. Fun movie. Yeah, I just gotta lock in, I guess. I'm talking about shows and movies and stuff. I like shows and movies and stuff, man. Yeah, I feel like all of the content I really like as far as, like, shows go, at the end of the day, they all just have in common that it's just, like, the writing is good. Like, that's what it comes down to. That's like what matters. Obviously, that's reductive, though. You know, I spoke against that earlier, talking about Avatar, where I was like, I love the fight scenes in Avatar specifically. And so, yeah, obviously there's other stuff, but you know what I'm saying. There's sort of just a certain, you just need a hit. You just got to be quality slop, bro. You just got to be quality slop. Just be high quality. Fuck. Lord of Adam's Eve was created by doctors to keep apples away. Yeah. Right. Oh, brother. Sorry, I'm trying to actually lock in now, chat. I'm trying to chill on the apps for a minute so we can get past this screen. We've been here for like an hour. All right. Remember, please lock the fuck in. I bet the orphanage savings on you winning. Well, X. What are these babies like in this orphanage? Are they like the kind of babies that, you know, might like go to jail for crimes, or are they like good babies? Are they like oatmeal, or are they like Gizmo, Hex? Ooh! They're kind of shitty babies. They're kind of shitty. I'm not gonna lie to you, they're kind of shitty babies. The babies are not top quality. They are not top dollar babies. Their future UFO 50 players, that was below the belt. That was below the belt. I never make fun of you for gooning over Bible Black or playing too much Warframe, and you come in here and you shit on my tits because I like UFO 50? That's taking it too far, Hex. You know what? I'm gonna smoke some weed. I'm so mad about that. You've gone to jail for your crimes as a 3-month-old? That's how J-Flight joined the Yakuza. As a baby at 3 months old in prison. You got full sleeves. And then killed 10 men. Lost all your diet chafu? That's okay. It comes back easy, like you're saying. Alright, this room's hilarious for people who know. Am I about to get stomped on here? Second? Alright. Ooh, we've all seen a baby and thought that's not a lot of good qualities in this baby. It is funny when babies are actually just very ugly. Get adopted at 4 months old and eventually run my own family at 1-year-old. Aspirational. I'm just out of touch with other Celeste knowers because I haven't a clue. Yeah, I don't know. I've not heard of the movie Riki-Oh. Hey, I got out of this guy. You know what movie I want to watch, chat? There's a supposedly very good sumo movie called Sumo Do, Sumo Don't. My back tattoo is oatmeal. That's actually fucking insanely good. It literally owned, by the way. He was able to hit one of the thingies. Oatmeal back piece would go insano hard. I would love to get more tattoos, chat. It's just, it's so not high on my list of things to be spending money on right now, you know? I'm spending all my extra money on gifted copies of UFO 50 for chat to evangelize. You know what I mean? I gotta give all my money to Derek Yu. Can you... Ugh. Want to get another tattoo? Yeah, they're a good time. I'm boned, by the way. No, bounce on his slutty little head? Yes. Hit. Don't worry, I'm never giving it back. Whew. Good. I don't understand what I've done to deserve this. Grab the last room where you aggro the creature, then just wait while he hits all the switches? That's funny. I could have dashed too. I greedily tried to conserve the dash. Because your dash is like fucking gold in this game. No, you bitch. Ugh. Hard Ticket to Hawaii. Do not know that movie. Not familiar with that film. I'm probably going to finish watching The Last Samurai later. The other day, I told you guys I wasn't going to spend money for The Last Samurai. And I kind of meant it. Because there weren't any... None of my streaming services had The Last Samurai available. We were talking about it the other day on stream because we were talking about white savior movies. But anywho, so I was like, oh, I'm not gonna spend, you know, $3.99 to rent The Last Samurai. But then in a moment of weakness the other day, after the 24-hour stream concluded, I was like, you know what? I lied. I do want to watch The Last Samurai. But I went to Amazon prepared to spend $3.99 to rent the movie, to give Ugly Balls Bezos my money to rent the film. But then in the nick of time, Ugly Balls Bezos' very own service, Amazon Prime, notified me that the movie itself was actually on sale. And I could own the DVD rights for a mere $7.99. I could own imaginary rights to this film that could be revoked at any time when the company goes under. And I, as a rational consumer, thought, you know, Jeff, that makes an awful lot of sense. Well, I spent $7.99, and now, until, you know, Amazon just shuts down their servers or whatever, I can watch The Last Samurai until the cows come home. So... safe to say that I am $7.99 richer in terms of cinema available at my fingertips at all times. Spanish sumo wrestlers? Huh. The Apocalypto Watch go? It was fun. Very fun. Yeah, I guess fun is a kind of crazy word because it's a pretty intense movie, but it was enjoyable watching with people, but yes, disturbing. I need you to break. The Last Samurai is actually the first of many Last Samurais. Yeah. True, it's not really the last if I'm going to revisit it, is it? I need you. You don't own the rights. If they can revoke the rights, it's not ownership and piracy isn't theft. Chat, I'm never yucking on y'all for pirating stuff, but you gotta stop trying to convince me to pirate stuff all the time. I'm like, Chad, I went to the grocery store and got milk today, and you're like, did you know you could pirate that? Chill. Alright. Crash? I'd pirate milk. I downloaded some bacon on the dark web. That's what we're talking about. Come on. Pirate milk? I hope you asked her nicely. She's my mother. She's my mother. I drank pirate milk to be... That's how I was weaned from the tit. I wouldn't download oatmeal, but I would 3D print oatmeal. Crunch the quote-free browser game I want to show y'all. Can I paste a link in chat or just stick to Disky? Just stick it in the Disky, Stripe. Real pirates were weaned on ocean water? I don't think so. You wouldn't download a car, would you? I mean, that I might pirate. If you told me rather than spend, you know, like thousands of dollars to get a car, I could pirate one. Maybe. But, you know, then also I wonder, you know, who am I stealing from? I don't know. How else do you think they got peg legs? Because obviously because they were bitten off by krakens. And Davy Jones, who is a kraken face. According to the Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest. Jesus. You also have rickets from the lack of calcium? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you're wrong about this one, Beefy. As someone who knows a thing or two about pirate tits. Fuck. Those things just break eventually if I just put enough of my weight on them? We would get one pirate in here right now? They're literally on the ocean? What a stupid thing to ask. Ah! Eep! That's gonna break it. Oh! Ooh, I did know the scurvy from the vitamin C. Pirate tits are unbreakable. The great English pirate tit. It's just a bird with an eye patch. Can you be better at breaking this? I want a bird with an eye patch. It's probably more doable than it immediately sounds. Blue-titted boobies need eye patches. How many pirates do you think actually had parrots, chat? I feel like 7 pirates had parrots, IRL. And like one of them was famous. Jesus. Come on. Whew. Pirates are also one of those groups that, considering their media representation, I'm pretty sure they really existed in the like classical depiction that we think of for like, it was like 60 years. You know? It was like one generation, genuinely. Or I guess that's maybe 2 generations. Probably the same amount of pirates that have peg legs, yeah. Okay. Now, fair enough. You just came up and ate me. You just walked right up and just ate me to death. Why can I not just give him the juice? Why does the game have to be so difficult about it here? Endorsed by the Queen at some point? Who were the pirates? The pirate accent was literally just the local accent of an actor that was in a successful pirate film. That's hilarious. I mean, hey, they're cool. Fantasy or not, they're cool, man. They're fun. Pirates of the Caribbean is one of the all-time great adventure films. The first one, at least. Her Majesty's privateers sent to plunder Spain's resources and delay the Armada. That's true. I guess Vikings were kind of doing some piratey shit as well. Said, hey, Dad, let's talk about something. He replied 9. I do not understand. Vikings is a good show, too. I've heard that's all right. I've also been told to watch The Last Kingdom. I've heard, like, it's not amazing, but it's fun. It's worth watching. Talk about pirates? That's cute. Vikings is awesome. I'll have to give it a try. I always thought it looked like a little cheesy, but I never actually watched it, so I have no actual basis for that. That was just me being judgy. No! It can be, but it's great. Yeah, cheesy stuff isn't always inherently bad. Cheesy stuff is not always inherently bad. Hi, Gizmo. Once again, I'm admitting I did not give it a fair shake. I'm admitting I did not give it a fair shake. That point of cheesy, like, fuck it, we ball? Yeah, I love that shit, obviously. We've talked about this ad nauseum, but it's all about intent, baby. It's all about intent. Like, Van Helsing rocks because they knew what they were fucking doing, bro. You know what I mean? Yep. What was the Viking in common one? Was that Norseman or something? I think I tried an episode of that and it seemed okay and I never watched it again. You tomorrow have mobile Twitch issues? Gotcha, sister of the sea. Sorry to hear you're having issues. We'll catch you later. This run does suck. This is tough, Autumn. I just don't love having to wait for the guy. This is one of my least favorite gimmicks I've encountered. I don't like having to rely so much on the guy. Fuck. Rats. Close but no cigar. I've strung muted while I gamble with friends. Nice. Hi, Rats. Prove the other Celeste heads. This one is bad. By the way, Crunch, I did it. What? Did it. Let me think. What was Mira saying she was gonna do? This is something I should know, and I'm spacing. This is something I should know, and I'm spacing. Spent like 30 minutes writing a thoughtful email. What? For the UFO 50 devs? Mira, you did not have to do that. You did not have to do that. That's so nice. Oh my god. Mira, did you really? Is it peak? It's totally peak. Now we rage. Oh my goodness. Did you already send it? You already sent it and everything? He's too good for us, chat. It's like how Gizmo's too good. Hey, I did it. I did it. Let's go. Thank you, dude. That's so nice. For real. You didn't have to do that. That's too kind. Genuinely. Thank you, Mira. Holy. Holy. Here's to hoping. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Let's go. That's rad. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. That's so sick. You didn't have to do that. She's too rad. We love our Mira around here, folks. We love our Mira around here. Whew. That's so nice. Thank you. I'm excited. I'm excited. You did the hard part. Thank you. I'm so curious to see what they say. I'm so curious. What if they're like, you're the best? Yeah. Here's 100,000 keys. What did Mira do? We were talking earlier about how we really, before I gave away all those UFO 50 copies, I should have contacted the devs. I should have contacted the devs and be like, hey, could I maybe get some keys to give away during this event? Like, I love your game and I always talk about it on stream. That sort of thing. And I didn't. And we were like, you know, we still could do that. And And that's what Mira was saying I should do, and I was being lazy about it, so she just took the initiative and went ahead and did it because she rocks. And yeah, it's run by Derek Yu, who did Spelunky. Run by Derek Yu, did Spelunky. It's got like the Downwell guy on it. I'm pretty sure Bennett Foddy was like a consultant or like a tester or something like that. He has some involvement. Kid sent a letter to Monster Energy Drinks asking for stickers. They hooked me up. Never hurts to ask. Yeah, it's true. It's true. That's what I was saying earlier, too, when she brought it up. I was like, you're right. One guy army type vibe with Derek. Yeah, Derek Yu's a titan. Dan Giesling at one point had him on for like an interview on the stream while he was playing UFO 50, which was very fun. Also, Dan's a streamer I like to watch. I enjoy his silliness. And he always like, he'll kind of like just grab onto like a word that he like word associates with a lot. And he did that through like all of UFO 50 just with Derek. As far as he was concerned, you know, Derek single-handedly made the game. And like a lot of the songs, he would like sing along to them and always put Derek in it. Like one of the songs was like, do, Derek's piggy, Derek's piggy. You know, he'd like do stuff like that. Keys. I would have given you keys at a discount just cause? Maybe. One time as a kid, I wrote Kraft praising their macaroni and cheese and they sent me coupons. That's sick. I should have done that. I'm still eating Kraft mac and cheese, Autumn. Might have Kraft mac and cheese for dinner tonight. You don't have you eaten dinner? You want mac and cheese? You do a wedding and they to climb and send a bunch of gifts. Sometimes people show up to that stuff. Oh, that was actually a decent strat, too. Like, using the extra platforms to wait. Keeps that. My dad wrote a submitted letter thing to Steve Ditko from being inspired by his comics. They got published. That's cool. Got responded to in like a letter from the editor or whatever, that kind of thing. Can Chris Hemsworth do that? He might. Actors do it sometimes. Crunchpuff, please stop talking about our game. You're damaging our brand image. Sales have been down since you started promoting it. There's been a huge downturn. Unprecedented. Historical downturn. Kraft mac and cheese is so cheap because it contains carcinogens. Sorry to burst your bubble. Yeah, I smoked cigarettes for 10 years. Those contain carcinogens soon. Why do you gotta be like that, Frost? What are you looking to get out of this? What are you looking to get out of this? You know what I mean? Earlier in here, alcohol contains carcinogens. Mac and cheese contains carcinogens. You got to pirate stuff. Chill, man. Chill. Stop yucking my yum. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, no. I didn't know that Kraft mac and cheese was bad for me. Come on, bro. Yet. Woo! Maybe they're an oncologist and want more patients. Maybe. Whew. These creatures in Crystal Theo are probably my least favorite mechanics. TBH. I don't remember minding Crystal Theo that much. This is annoying me. Like it's like we found him. That's the MF putting us in bankruptcy. He suggested our game so much that no one wants to buy it now. It's the Breaking Bad effect. Too many people have said it's good. Too many people have said it's good. Dude, everything is bad for you. There's plastic and everything in the world is fun. Enjoy shit. Yeah, and the world is fucked. Enjoy shit. I agree. Oof. You literally burn a bit of the lasagna I make. Tastes like heaven. Fuck it. Yeah, that's like the most... you know, benign of all these indulgences. I burned my lasagna a little bit, which gives me a little bit of that, you know, chemical runoff from my tray. Looks static. The reason sales will increase by 500% this year? Who knows? I think UFO 50 was a game they knew wasn't going to make a lot of money. Let's be real. But it's awesome, and I think it'll stand the test of time. Just like season 1 of True Detective. That's how, I'm on my recommendation game tonight, chat. How many copies did you buy? Well, I bought it twice for myself. I bought it once on PC and once on Switch. And then I gifted out 6 copies of UFO 50 during the events the other day. So I bought it 8 times. You're never going to make that. Recent studies shown that up to 90% of labs testing the value of microplastics in our organs used gloves that shed plastics on the samples. Whoa, interesting. %600 increase. Burn lasagna is one of the best tasting things in existence. I haven't had lasagna in a while, honestly. Y'all are making me crave some lasagna. What's up, Nord? Another 24-hour stream. The weekly schedule isn't updated. Oh, shit. Is it not updated below me on Twitch, Nord? On the Twitch about? I think I did forget that one now that you mention it. I did post it in the Discord. I put up a YouTube post. I posted it on Blue Sky, and I posted it on Instagram, but I did forget to put it on the Twitch one, right? I did. You're right. I gotta put it there. Yes! Oh, hey, it's Crystal Theo. Of course, it doesn't disprove the link between disease and microplastic concentration in urine. Ooh. Ooh. Burn lasagna, according to California, would probably still cause cancer? Maybe. Can I boop you on the head with Theo? I think I can, right? Nope. The bonkus doesn't do anything. Not near as much microplastics in me as the news would tell me. Well, Beefy, does the news know that I leave cases of water bottles in my car for a month, and then I take them all in, and I microwave them for 30 seconds each, and then I drink them? Does the news account for that? Because, you know, I just want to make sure I'm getting the right reading. You son of a bitch. Actually get owned. Crystal Theo was just chilling on the spring. It's true. Get actually outplayed. You probably throw him and dash in like one movement. Put glitter in my plastic sparkling water bottles, then microwave them. I microwave them, and before I microwave them, I drop a couple of army men to the bottom to keep it safe from the microplastics. They shoot the microplastics. The army men clear up the microplastics. No! I donate plasma to decrease microplastic concentration. How do you know you're not increasing it? Throw a little food coloring in there. Yeah, fight fire with fire. Yeah, suppressing fire. Kitty. You've almost the same file time as me? Yo, let's go. And I'm probably way behind you. But you know what? We're moving and grooving. We're moving and grooving. Frankly, I'm happy with our Celeste progress. Slow as it may be, baby. slow as it may be, because you know what? It's ours. This is no one else's Celeste progress but ours, chat. Theo, you idiot! Depressing fire. Yep. Shit! Theo, you two-timing son of a bitch! Wait, we're okay? That was not the way. Sell plasma for profit. Yeah, I sell my plasma on eBay. I sell my plasma on eBay and I explicitly label it as for TVs, so it's not suspicious. Theo! Oh, the Yeetus. Oh, it's actually after 10. We should wrap soon, by the way, chat. Especially if I'm making dinner for Leah, because you're opening tomorrow, right? Whoa. You see that cheese? Did that eyeball kill me? What killed me there? Does the eyeballs blinking? Does that hurt you? Almost bring me flashback to Small Soldiers. That's a fun movie, man. I enjoy Small Soldiers, or at least I remember enjoying it. Kit. Can I sell my kidney on eBay asking for a friend? No. Yeah, I died right there. It was something. I think the eyeballs kill you. The Gorgonites. Archer. Archer with that sweet arm crossbow. Oh, I remember that. Holy shit. It's a good movie. No, Theo, you idiot. Be perfect, just better than before, but you do need to improve. That's true. And I am improving little by little. We're making progress. We've been moving through this B-side all night, just maybe not very fast. I'm making the drive to Worcester, MA to sell plasma. What a stupid name for a place. Almost. Plays resin 3D printing the beginning opening sequence. Yeah, that is cool. Cheese and rice. Named my cat as a kid from the Indian in the Cupboard. Little Bear. Cute. That's a movie I remember really enjoying as a kid, but I really don't remember the actual, like, content of the movie at all. Oh, I'm alive? I thought I died. Theo. That was sick! Tit. Worcester, I'm not even a true New Englander, and I've learned not to pronounce it like that if I don't want to get yelled at. Hook, line, and sinker, Chad. Hook, line, and sinker. Thinks I don't know how to say Worcester. Fuck! Theo! You bitch. And then name movies after the actual concept is exactly what the name is. Yeah, I remember that he has like a little Indian in his cupboard, but I'm saying I don't remember, you know, a little Native American, I say, Jesus. I don't remember, like, really what the plot is beyond that, you know? Like, I remember Small Soldiers. I've rewatched that one at least a little more recently. Theo, you are literally a clown. Oh, I'm dying because Theo's falling. That's cut. If Theo dies, you die. That's why I'm dying. I thought it was the eyes Blink-182ing on me. It's because Theo's dead. And I gotta fucking rely on his shitty ass. God damn it. Huge! Let's go, Theo. You dunce. Hit. Celeste Knower's in the chat. How close am I to the end? Because we should wrap soon. So if we still have like several checkpoints, we could just wrap soon. But if we're like really close, maybe I'll push through. Tit. Final checkpoint. All right. Four rooms, pretty close, I think. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I gotta bring fucking shit tits. That was actual grade B trash. There we go. Oh, good bumpage. You. No! Oh my god, dude. That was actually sick. Theo, you redeemed yourself in my eyes for now. Oh, I did it too! Oh, come on, man! This track, you know what this kind of almost gives me the vibe of? This would be like the screen of like a menu in like Persona. You know? kind of got Persona music vibes. Or this would just be like what's playing while you're like standing in a hallway. And it's like Wednesday, 4 p.m. Persona mention. Didn't they just announce Persona whatever, the next one, 6? I saw they announced it, and I saw that Persona fans were like, that means the game is going to come out in a million years, so... But they announced it, so that's cool. I'm the sneakiest little guy. I haven't played Persona, and even I can picture it, yeah? I didn't even really know what they were all about until I watched my roommate play 5, like, I don't know, a couple of years ago? Leah, how long was that? Like a year and a half, 2 years ago? Wasn't that long ago. But I watched my roommate play a bunch of 5, and I didn't know before that the Personas were like Pokemon, basically. I knew that there was like the relationship stuff. You know, I knew that you like met other students and like socialized. I had no idea that there was like the whole Pokemon layer to the game, but there's a whole Pokemon-ass layer to Persona, bro. You're collecting Pokemon, and you're like evolving Pokemon and shit. Not exactly, but it's like, it's reminiscent. That was sick, Theo. Ooh. Yeah, the in-game timer should absolutely stop when pausing the game. I agree, Soren. It's in a trailer for Persona 4 Revival, and then tease Persona 6. I creamed myself. Persona 6 will fucking sell copies. It'll probably be amazing for the people that are into it, you know? It seems like Atlas generally delivers. I know most Persona heads that I know really enjoyed Metaphor, the other game by them. I still remember the fucking music from it from listening to my roommate play it. You bitch. What if there were stands? You love Metaphor? Nice, yeah. Once again, what I saw of it was very cool. I watched a bunch of my roommate playing it. It seemed sweet. I'm generally, I don't know, I'm a little more resistant to JRPGs in general, but I should try them. Yeah, I feel like I probably watched you playing some Metaphor at least, Jay. Fuck. Come on. Maybe the repositioning? Oh! It's really tight. I guess that's just every single screen in the game, is that? To be fair. Ooh, with the little blasties. Alley-oop. That was sweet. All right, just go. Theo. Why are you doing to me like that? My boy, my guy. We're out. Wait, am I not out? What's the deal? Okay, whoo, I needed to take Theo. Woo! E33 will be on the list for the next new turn-based I play. Yeah, I've really wanted to play that too, Jay. I started on stream, played a little bit of it, and I did really enjoy it. We need to launch Theo like the shitty little shit he is. I get it. My 33rd before I turn to dust? That's true. Your 33rd is soon. I don't think we could do it before then. How do I then use him to my advantage? Oh! And you gotta snag him out of the sky. Whoops. Set myself down the rabbit hole of Souls and Yakuza. Yeah, there are only like 1,000 Yakuza games, and there's a lot of Souls games too. I snagged him. Okay, that was not the strat. How am I supposed to fucking do that then? I gotta meet him there. Do all the Yakuza Like a Dragon games? Nice. Yeah, I think I just gotta try to meet him there. Whoops. Just kill me. It's easy to reset. Ugh. I think it is doable. It's also interesting how you, like, hang in the air for a second after you catch him, so you can't... Yup! I even did the accidental throw, bro. Okay. A little too early. On the dash. Nope. Hit on my sprink. Why do I throw him there because I'm just not reading it right. I'm not reading it right. This? Whew. One is clearly impossible. You've looked at it for 2 seconds. Oh, God. No, really? No. What is this? This is not gonna be easy. Cheese and rice. Ooh, yeah, sometimes just finding the strat is hard. That's the fun, though. That's like the science, you know? Bye, Theo. Yeet! That was it! Let's fucking go. All right, last room. Okay, good start. That's kind of impressive. Thank you. Yeah, we kind of got through that one. Oh, wait, I have to take him with me? That sucks. That sucks. That sucks for sure. All right, we'll figure it out. Theo, you idiot. This looks so easy. It's not. I promise you it's not. What's that little L up there for? Theo. Found it? I'm proud of you. That's something. That's something. Whoops. Ooh. Ooh. I was literally too fast. You can't go too fast. Theo! He makes me so mad. My brother just gave me a brown sugar Oreo. The world's a magical place. Let's go, Sword. I'm stoked for you, buddy. We can do this. I didn't quite think it through. You, Theo! Theo, Theo, Theo. And then what I gotta do is dash there and grab him instantly so that the thing is back beneath us. That's the solution. When we're standing in the L there, or the backwards L, you gotta dash before you pick it up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's it. Yes. Let's go, baby. Now we're dissolved in water. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy. Congrats. Thank you. I was like, we're not beating this B-side tonight. I was wrong. I was wrong. We did it. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Fun times. B-side complete. Pretty tough. Pretty tough. Only 2 to go. Only 2 to go in the base game. And before we get on to like chapter 8, and then I think there's 9 as well, right? I think on a W is always fun. I know. I'm glad I got it. I was afraid I wouldn't. I was afraid I wouldn't. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we only have 2 base stages left. And then there's this, which we haven't done yet. 2 base stages. Looks like I have the B-side, but no secret. And neither. No secret, no B-side. I think this one, though, you saw the secret at the summit. Good night, Beefy. Thank you for hanging, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow for some freaking vampire crawlers. Oof. Fun times, everybody. Fun times. But yeah, it's late. I gotta make dinner for Leah and I. So let's wrap there for the night. Let's wrap there for the night. We did it, though. Thebes, thank you for the help as always. Autumn, Grainy, thank you guys for the help. The Celeste Knowers. Soren, I appreciate it. Thank you for all your help with the game. It was big. Thank you guys for hanging here. This was a lot of fun. We'll be playing Celeste again next week. We are going to keep going until we wrap it up here. I'm not sure. I imagine we have a good few streams of this left. I might try to squeeze in a couple sessions of it in a week where I can sometimes, but we're also trying to tick away at the requests, so we'll see. Either way, though, we are going to see it through. I'm really enjoying playing the game. I hope y'all are enjoying it as well. If you're watching here on Twitch, hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks, everybody.